Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a new Cyber Dragon video for you guys today, and as you guys know, we got hit on the ban list. Artifact Mjollnir was getting abused by the K9 engine, and now we have lost it. So, where does the deck go from here? So, our last stream, which was Monday night, we bounced ideas off each other, and we finally got some solid combos for the new version of the deck. Obviously, it's not as strong as locking your opponent out of special summoning, but I think we still have some pretty good end boards, and we have some great one-card combos, and I think this will be a good base to take the deck going forward. And of course, we gotta share it with you guys. So if you guys enjoy the content, drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Also, guys, I got a goal. I'm trying to get to 2,500 subscribers before the end of the year. We got, what, a month and a half, 2 months left, and I only need 60 more subscribers, so tell your friends. Anyway, guys, let's go jump into the combos. So this is not an actual build yet. This is a work in progress, but there are a couple cards in here that we definitely need that we didn't use before. For example, the RB engine. I know everybody says the RB engine sucks, but we're using bare minimum. Now, honestly, we only need 3 cards in the deck. In the deck and extra deck. 1 card in the extra deck, 3 cards in the main deck. I haven't taken out one of the Vulcan. We only need 1 Vulcan rocket, but we'll get to that in a second. The reason I like the RB engine is because it reminds me of the Fiendsmith engine, in that we can naturally link into the Fiendsmith engine, or we used to before they hit Moon, and we can naturally do that with the RB engine because of 2 machines. So anyway, let's go check out the combos. So this is our 1-card combo, Cyber Dragon Core. So we can get this with Core Emergency. The thing is, with these combos, this actually gives us maximum starters because we can get all of it with Core, we can get all of them with Realm, and we can even get combos with Noroi. And we end up with basically the same board in every combo. I think just the Noroi combo loses just 1 interruption or 2. I think it just loses IP Masquerena, but you'll see as we go through this. So now let's check out how we do this for the Cyber Dragon line. So start off with normal Cyber Dragon shenanigans. Core, Realm, Chimera, Core for Clockwork Knight, send the Realm, grab Clockwork Knight, send the Clockwork Knight, grab Power Bond, link into Vulcan Booster. Already, this is where things start to change up on us. So we link into Vulcan Booster goes off, grabs us RB Funk Dog, as well as we chain Chimera to send the Worm. Now we activate Funk Dog grabs this Vulcan Rocket. So Vulcan Rocket, for anybody that thinks that the RB stuff locks us into weaker monsters, it only locks us with certain effects. Like if we were to use Booster's other effect to special summon, which is you can special summon 1 RB monster from your hand or graveyard in defense position, then we're locked into 1500 or less. And Rocket doesn't lock us at all. Rocket just can only special summon itself if we have no monsters or if we only have RB monsters, which guess what? We only have an RB monster here. So now it summoned itself. Now we can summon Worm. So this gives us a free extra level 5 body as well as a free link material. So now we do the normal shenanigans with Worm. So if you guys remember, the original combo for K9 is we would actually power bond into Rampage to get into the K9 engine here. But now because we have the extra level 5, we can actually use our Cyber Dragon Nova, detach Worm, resummon the Worms for the level 5, go into Infinity. Now we have Infinity. Now we can use Clockwork Knight, sending the Realm that we added back, grab Theory on King Regulus. Now we can power bond. Now we can go into our K9 engine. Boom. Case of K9 grabs Joe Cool summons Cyber Dragon and Joe Cool. Now, a lot of people are saying that we need Cleafort Genius. We don't need Cleafort Genius for majority of the combos. We do kind of need it for the Cyberdark line, but we don't need it for the Cyber Dragon line. Stop saying that we need it for the Cyber Dragon line. It doesn't get us anything. What Earth machines or our level 5 machines are we going to get? We can grab Spell Canceller. Cool. We can't summon it because we have to use Joe Cool here. We already have Theory on King Regulus. There's nothing that we need to grab. Joe Cool grabs this Lantern. Now we can go into Chaos Angel. This is a big piece of our board now, especially now that we lost the ability to do the Mjollnir lock, is getting Chaos Angel, which is unaffected by monster effects, as well as gives our entire board battle protection. Because we just sent a light monster in Cyber Dragon and a dark monster in Joe Cool. And now we use Lantern to get back to Joe Cool, and now we have link material to go into IP Masquerena. As well as we grab EX Force Liberation. because we are playing werewolf. And then of course, lastly, Therion King Regulus. So this is our board, and if you look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, because I've Masquerade into SP Little Knight and then SP Little Knight, that's 4. 5 interruptions, 6 if you count EX Force Liberation, because this is also a pop. We can rip a card out of our opponent's hand with werewolf, and everything's battle protected. So, oh, and if they use a hand or graveyard effect, our canine monsters all get pumped up. So this is our new end board, and this is what the combo that we kind of built going forward with our other combos. So now let's check out the Cyberdark line. Now the only reason we're showing 2 cards here is because we do have to normal summon Noroi. Noroi's normal summon without a tribute requires your opponent to have 2 cards in hand, and that's the only reason we have 2 Cyberdark realms. But this is purely a 1-card combo. You can get it off 1 Cyberdark realm. If I could have just done Cyberdark realm and had my opponent have 2 cards in hand, I would have done the replay like that. But let's continue. So this can be done with Realm or Claw, and we do our normal Cyberdark combo. Clockwork Knight, send, dump Worm, that Clockwork Knight, Worm gets Hurts gets a Cyber Dragon, all that normal stuff that we're used to doing. Get back to Realm, and now we use Clockwork Knight to get rid of Worm for Chimera, dump the Clockwork Knight, grab the Power Bond, hit. If you guys didn't see the OG Cyberdark Noroi combo, this is where you go into Noroi. Instead of grabbing Therion King Regulus with a set Clockwork Knight, you're going to grab Noroi, which is an Earth Machine. Unfortunately, he does take up a normal summon. That's why he doesn't work with the Cyber Dragon line. So now we go back into Vulcan Booster, because we have the 2 bodies. Boom, that grabs us Funk Dock. Funk Dock gets us Vulcan Rocket. Special summon the Vulcan Rocket since we have just RB monsters. Now we can summon Noroi. Noroi gets us Joe Cool. Joe Cool grabs us Lantern. And then we can overlay into Ripper, which gets us Case of Canine, which gets us another Joe Cool. Now, why would you get another Joe Cool here? Because while we did summon Joe Cool with Noroi, we didn't use Joe Cool's effect to summon out of hand. So that summon is still available. Now we can go Power Bond into Rampage. Rampage to dump. We need to make sure we dump a Cyber Dragon here. Why? Because we need the extra body. It doesn't matter what Cyber Dragon it is. That's why we dumped Core. So now we Nova, bring back the Core, overlay into Infinity. So now we have Infinity. Now we can link into Cleafort Genius. See, this is where we do need Genius. And we were only able to do this because we had the extra level 5 body from Vulcan Booster. But as you saw, we only need the Funk Dock and the Vulcan Booster and nothing else in the main deck. Boom, now we get to summon Cyber Dragon and Joe Cool. That gets us Therion King Regulus. Back into Chaos Angel. Now Lantern to get Noroi. Doesn't matter which one we actually get. That gets us another. So in this build right here, we were only playing 1 Noroi. If we were playing a second Noroi, which I might just do, especially if we take out the second Vulcan Rocket, this would be a time to search Noroi so we have follow-up for next turn. And now we can go into IP Masquerena and summon Therion King Regulus. And if you look, we have the exact same board we had with the Cyber Dragon line. The only difference is we have Cleafort Genius instead of Vulcan Booster to be able to use as link material for IP Masquerena. But we still have the link material for IP Masquerena, we still have the battle protection, and we still have all our other interruptions, including EX Force Liberation. Now, for anybody that doesn't know my take on EX Force Liberation, it's a nice interruption. Werewolf is a decent card, especially since you can look at your opponent's hand and rip a card. If you're going second, the other EX spell is better because you can actually quick XYZ during the battle phase, so you can get extra attack, so it's better for OTK. But anyway, that's our Cyberdark combo. Let's go check out our combo from Noroi. So again, 2 cards in hand because we need Noroi needs your opponent to have 2 cards to summon to normal summon himself. So this is just off Noroi. Noroi can be a starter. It's not as good as the other 2, but it's still good. So Noroi special summons Joe Cool. Joe Cool grabs you Lantern. Now this is funny because I always forget about this effect. Noroi can peek at your opponent's hand by sacrificing tributing a canine monster. Oh, I'm sorry, you could send 1 face-up canine card. My mistake. But we're gonna send Joe Cool now. So we send Joe Cool. The only reason we do that is so that way we can use Lantern without having to make anything else with Noroi just yet. We want Noroi there because he's a machine. So boom, Lantern, Joe Cool. Lantern gets us a spell, so we have Case of Canine. Now we go into Riverstormer, which searches us an Earth Machine. This is why we have to play the one Scrap Recycler. This part of the combo we had, if you guys saw one of my previous videos, we talked about how Canine can go into Cyber Dragons actually because of Scrap Recycler. But having just Scrap Recycler in the deck doesn't really hurt the deck, especially since worst case scenario, we have just Scrap Recycler. Scrap Recycler by himself can be an OTK. Now Platinum Gadget, Scrap Recycler dumps Chimera, and now we have access to our Cyber Engine. Case of Canine grabs us back Joe Cool, link it to Clockwork Knight, send the Case of Canine because it's a continuous spell for Clockwork Knight, and now look, we're doing our shenanigans. So now we're going to send Platinum Gadget. Platinum Gadget's going to grab Chimera. Chimera is going to grab Power Bond, and now guess what? We're back in the Vulcan booster, which gets us Funk Dock, which gets us Vulcan Rocket. And now we summon Rocket, and now we have the extra level 5, and now we can do Chimera. Dumping Hurts. We don't get to add a spell card back because we didn't have any. Remember, this Cyberdark realm isn't really there. That's a blank. That could be an Ash Blossom. Go Lance Nova, attach Worm, bring back Worm because you want the level 5. Now we're getting rid of Riverstormer. I'm sorry, we're getting rid of Vulcan Booster for Riverstormer. I guess I didn't really need to do that. I guess I'm so used to dealing. Oh, I did do that. That's why, because we went to IP Masquerena. I forgot why we did that in that combo. I thought we were going to go into Cleaveboard Genius. We don't need to. So IP Masquerena here because we had the 2 bodies that we didn't need. Now we can Joe Cool into Chaos Angel, Clockwork Knight for Therion King Regulus, summon Therion King Regulus. The only thing we're missing is the Ripper. Also, as you guys saw, this wasn't a true 1-card combo because in order to get the Therion King Regulus, we had to discard a card. So we discarded what was supposed to be the blank because Clockwork Knight can discard any card. But if you want it to be a true 1-card combo, you can just discard the Power Bond. I know, blasphemy, but you can do that. You can still get Therion King Regulus. As you see with this board, though, the only thing we're missing is the Ripper. We also didn't use the Power Bond to make a level 5. So maybe we could play around that too. That's something to think about for the future. But this was just something I came up with off the cuff. Still have 1, 2, 3, 4 interruptions plus the protection from Chaos Angel. We could either keep the Power Bond for follow-up because we do have the Hurts to get us materials, or we could have discarded the Power Bond and kept whatever that other card could have been, because remember, that could have been any card in our deck. All right, guys, this is a short video just showing you where we're going forward with this deck. Now that we have our end boards established, we have our combos established, now it's just trim the fat, get rid of what we don't need, focus on what hand traps we're working on. Like, I don't need a second copy of Vulcan Rocket. I might need a second copy of Noroi. These hand traps obviously got to change. Like, now that I'm happy with the combos, happy with the end board and how easy it is to get, like cards like Izuna and Lupus, I don't even know if we need them anymore. So this deck is going to be very subject to change, especially on our side. So keep an eye out for more content going forward from the Cyber Dragon stuff. Also, I don't know if you can see here, we don't have, we were able to put Mega Fleet back in the deck because we were able to get rid of a bunch of fluff we didn't need because we don't have the Mjollnir lock anymore. But let me know what you guys are trying. I've heard some stuff about Starter Synchron. Cyber Dragon already played Starter Synchron. I used to play that build all the time, where you would dump it with Rampage and then be able to. I used to make Baron to flow with it. Now people are making Chaos Angel, which we can just make Chaos Angel like that, or could be Senshen. That's another one that was already a thing. But this, I like. This feels more me. Again, let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you guys are trying. If you guys want to check me out on social media, those links will be down below. Keep an eye out for when I announce the next Yu-Gi-Oh stream. Also, like I said, help me reach my goal. Tell your friends about me. That's it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Later.
In my eyes, I was born for this. I got demons on my side, doing high like this. I got reason to believe I don't need it from my gifts. Only I can change the world and it go like this.